Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. With some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now it's the heavyweights, and boom, you know what time it is, man. I told you this was gonna happen, right? We got the Anthony Joshua Ruiz rematch gonna pop off, right? People talking about it and everything. So Bob Arum, the promoter of Tyson Fury and of Kubrat Pulev, right? He's like, man, the winner of Anthony Joshua Ruiz gonna have to fight Pulev in by May, right? So there we go. You know what I'm saying? There we go. It's gonna happen. I told you it's gonna happen already. Somebody gonna get in the way of undisputed, like they always do. Somebody gonna get in the way of undisputed. Now, if Ruiz was win that fight, which Bob Arum thinks he will, he said that too. I think he's gonna win it. If he does win that fight, there should be no one in boxing getting in the way of one undisputed fight right there, because it's right there. Kubrat Pulev been waiting, like he said, patiently. Well, that's probably what the problem is. You can't be waiting patiently over there to fight somebody. Since he lost to Vladimir Klitschko, even though I like me some Pulev, but the truth is, the best win is just one he just got over Hughie Fury. Unless y'all want to count Chisora when he had about 5 losses, right? Because we're not going to count the Samuel Peters and the Kevin Johnsons of the world, now are we? Right? So that shouldn't be nothing there. Now he had some significant wins up until when he lost to Vladimir Klitschko, which valiant effort there. It's a winner, no doubt about it. And he had beaten some undefeated Ustinov. Now people like Ustinov now, right? Because he's lost and he got older. No, back when he was undefeated, about 27, 28, and 0. And before that was Dimitrenko only had 1 loss. He knocked both of those guys out, and then followed that up with a Tony Thompson back then. The same Tony Thompson that beat up David Price twice. And went over there and beat up the real dude, the Cuban dude. I'm forgetting his name right now. Bad Cuban dude. He went and beat him twice in Turkey. Right? And forget that boy's name. Also bad Cuban dude, but couldn't keep his weight down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that was good wins for Pulev, right? And then losing to Vladimir Klitschko. But since then, those 7 or 8 fights after that, there's been nothing there where he's saying, I don't have no names for you. The heavyweights that we know, no, they're not on there. I don't have them for you. I've named the 2 that you probably would know. Other than that, there's not been nothing where he should be getting in the way of undisputed. It should be in nobody's interest to have to get in the way of undisputed. But every time we get close to it, somebody get in the way. Right? You remember Terrence Crawford versus Julius Ndungo? Why would somebody want to get in the way from a dude who you just saw go to Russia to beat Troyanowski, then follow that up and go get another title in Scotland, beating Mickey Burns, and then he's trying to go to Nebraska to fight Terrence Crawford for the other 2 belts, and someone would want to not follow that, be behind that wholeheartedly, and put everything back? Who wouldn't want to do that? That's heroism. you know, you know what I'm saying? Come on. That's but people it got in the way, tried to, now didn't they? So this time, you know what I'm saying? Then we almost had undisputed in the heavyweight division. Almost, right? Almost. September, 2018. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder could have happened at Wembley Stadium. Boom, they've signed. Deontay Wilder accepted that $15 million flat fee, which we know right now was ludicrous. We knew it then too, but people just didn't want to listen to us, right? Now we realize, but it's okay. He was going to accept that to try to make the fight happen. What did WBA do? Put the dope guy in the way. 2-time doper. It's like, hey, you're good enough to stop undisputed. And everyone was okay with that. It should have been like, back off. Undisputed. Plus, Wilder ain't getting what he's supposed to, too, and he goes, so let that happen, no matter what. But everybody, the powers that be and the ones that didn't want to fight, let that happen. Okay, but that was undisputed. So we've been waiting. So now, if we get another opportunity, then get out of the way. Pulev's and anybody else. And then after that, then we can get down. Right? Because, you just notice why things don't succeed like the WBSS tournament. The tournament that gives us now the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. You can never take that from that man. Right? The WBSS tournament. Having problems paying people. Nobody interested, you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to see it. This is a format where the 8 baddest dudes in a division get together and within 15 months find out who is the very best. And you know what? Boxing fans, affiliates, anybody, any got anything to do with boxing does not want to have that. We ain't trying, man. Get the hell up out of here with that. Trying to find out who the best is. Got time for that? We can say this guy is the best, and then we can also, anytime somebody gets close to him and is a real threat, we can just put the name on that real threat. He ain't got a fan base, right? And he ain't fought nobody or something, and that's we can roll. But see, with a tournament like that, then all that falls to the wayside. You got to go and just beat somebody. And here's a date. And we ain't got no A and B side. Here's the date. Everybody gets paid. And at the end, the baddest dude is the baddest dude. And then he gets paid a whole lot more for a couple of months until somebody else do something. You know what I'm saying? Just the baddest. You're not the baddest next season. Next season, you come back. And then some other people are like, okay, that was last season, homie. It's the same thing. But you find out the very best. Very best doesn't stay the very best forever, but we would know that. And that's what the WBS tournament is offering, and no one cares. It has problems, right? And that's why this is an example of it. Now, Bob Arum, he's going to say that because he's Kubrat Pulev's promoter, of course. But let us not lose sight of how close we could possibly be to undisputed. There's a lot of ifs still. The Wilder has to fight Luis Ortiz, which I've definitely talked about. That's hard enough. Then you got, Ruiz and Joshua, and you don't know what the scenario is. Joshua's already given some funny signals already what's going down there. But that's a weird situation there. But if one of the guys come out, it should be a guy who would say, well, listen, let's get undisputed. And I don't think Kubrat Pulev and Bob Arum should stand in the way of that. I think they should say, well, Kubrat, fight somebody, right? Or something, But we know he tried to fight Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte didn't go. At least we know that, too. We got to give him that. He was ready. Dillian Whyte didn't go fight him in Bulgaria to get the title. So you got to make sure when you're saying some stuff, that would have been a fight, and he was trying to have it. Dillian Whyte didn't show. Didn't want it. He didn't want to go get out but $300,000-$400,000 to go take that mandatory slot from him, the IBF style. Dillian didn't go, so that is something for him. So at the end of the day, Pulev, he's kind of handling his business, but he's not good enough, significant enough, and haven't really earned a right to stand in the way of undisputed. A title fight soon after undisputed and start getting in line with the rest of those guys and find out who's going to be first between the, if you have one champion and you got three, belts out there, so you'll have to figure that out. But for him to be with that record, to stand in the way of undisputed, I don't agree with. But I am a realist. If a two-time doper can stand in the way of a big fight, then I'm sure as hell Kubrat Pulev can. Doing Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.